here 3 times, including last year. A strong result would be right on time for Crafton, who has just one top 5 this season. Since the beginning of last season, no driver has scored more points on the mile and a half than Austin Hill, and that includes a win here at Kansas last July. Hill has a series best 4 straight top 10s, but he's hungry to be back in victory lane. And it's been a long time since Johnny Sauter put a winner sticker on the truck. Nearly 2 years, 45 races to be exact. But Sauter is creeping back toward the front with top 5s in 2 of the last 3, and he's a former winner here. They'll all be gunning to beat John Hunter Nemechek, the 23-year-old Nemechek.
John Hunter Nemechek, that's a funny way to say Kyle Busch.
Statistically, is he as good as the numbers suggest? Tonight is another chance for him to deliver confirmation. Let's go trackside for the Command Fire Engines.
Now, for the most famous words in motorsports, here is the president and CEO of Wise Power, Kevin Williams.
Hello, I'm Kevin Williams, President and CEO of Wise Power. On behalf of the employees and distributors of Wise Power, we hope you enjoyed today's run of the Wise Power 200. Drivers, start your engine.
Fire them up. Try to stay awake. It's the Kyle Busch Show at Kansas. I picked John Hunter Nemechek. Maybe I'll get lucky and get $6 out of this. I think that's what I get if Nemechek wins. It was either going to be Nemechek or Austin Hill, and Austin Hill's let me down already this year because I picked him at least once.
But great to have Phil with us tonight. Mike, Kyle Busch Motorsports has won 4 in a row. They go to try to tie the series record of 5 straight tonight.
Yeah, Vince, there's a train rolling into Kansas here, and it's got KBM written all over. John Hunter with a couple of wins. A wonderful race we saw at the dirt track in Bristol, Tennessee, where Martin Truex Jr. got the...
How are y'all doing this evening? Hey, Lori.
This team is on fire, but I'm telling you, defending champion Sheldon Creed, I'm like, whoa, man, we gotta put an end to this.
I'm here. Not necessarily thrilled to be here, but any race is better than no race, and I was really jonesing to watch a race last night. Of course, I wish Kyle Busch wasn't in this, but it's a race, and I want to watch.
Even from a bigger picture, you look at teams or organizations, GMS and Nice, it's time for them to step up.
Yeah, without a doubt, you see 4 wins for KBM. You see ThorSport with 2 wins. That takes care of all our wins. GMS won 10 of our 23 races last year. They have to get off the snide there. Nice Motorsports also with 0 wins. It's time for somebody to make a statement. I want to talk about GMS. One of those guys from GMS, Tyler Ankrum. This young man made the playoffs both seasons that he's run here in the Truck Series. He finds himself in 18th position.
Jeff, Lori, Robert, DFS, whoever's here.
Part of that reason, only 2 stage points this year. He had 39 stage points at this time last year.
Boy, it is tough when it's a must-win
Let's
situation.
party.
This is a deep field here.
They fired engines, but they're still sitting on pit road. I don't know what the weather is tomorrow, but I'm assuming it's good for the race. I'll have to check. I know the weather where I'm at's bad this week, so I'm probably going to get an extra couple of days off work. Long weekend, boy. My favorite. Get me a long weekend. I was off Friday, and I'm probably going to be off Monday, looking at the weather.
He's found himself in victory lane, but don't let that number fool you, he told me. He said he's much better as a driver. He has a ton of confidence right now. He's spent a lot of time working with driver's eds.
It's a 1.5 mile track, and Kyle Busch is in it. How can I be excited about this?
Today's going to come down to execution, both on restarts, on a pit lane, and he's ready for the challenge. Another driver looking to carry some momentum is Stewart Friesen. For more, here's Regan Smith.
Well, Jamie, Stewart Friesen is definitely one guy who is not in a must-win situation. Tale of 2 stories from 2020 to 2021. Last year, mired well back in the points. This year, sitting 6th in the points, in a very good place with a team that is now getting their footing back underneath them after switching to Toyota. We come to Kansas, one of his favorite racetracks. The team told me earlier today, as long as they execute all day long, they feel like they can win any...
Jeff, are you happy with your team's draft? Because I think my Falcons knocked it out of the park, especially with their first 3 picks. Oh, Lord. You know, later round picks you can't get that excited about, but our first 3 picks in the draft, love it. I'm very happy. I know you didn't have a first round pick because you're a Seahawks fan, but you got Jamal Adams. What are you worried about? Boy, those Aaron Rodgers rumors. Hey, NFL schedule release is May 12th. I get way more excited about schedule release than I do the draft. So, I'm excited. I miss football. We're only a few months away. Nights like tonight, I'm really going to miss football when I'm watching Kyle Busch dominate this fucking race. If he doesn't win, it'll be Nemechek, which is fine. I'll get $6. But I expect this race to almost be a carbon copy of Las Vegas. Except Kyle will probably win instead of Nemechek, but we'll see. One thing for sure, if something happens to Kyle Busch, it'll make this really rewarding. Which that's the reason why I watch, because, I don't want to turn anything off and be like, I'm not watching, and something amazing happen. You got to watch. You got to see what's going to happen. Yes, Jeff, you're absolutely right. Matt Ryan's going to throw for 6,000 yards and 60 touchdowns, and we're going to go like 7-10. We're going to go 7-10, and Matt Ryan's going to break the single-season passing record. We're going to be like 28th in rushing, but we're going to like have the all-time great passing offense, and our defense is still going to be bad. No, I like our draft picks. I really do. So I'm optimistic. I expect we're going to have a lot of 2 tight end sets this year. Hayden Hurst and Kyle Pitts. Did you know that after Tony Gonzalez retired, over the course of the next 3 seasons, the Falcons were dead last in catches by tight ends? I don't think that'll be a problem anymore. I hope Kyle Pitts is as life-changing as people say he is. Hope we keep Julio, but if we trade Julio and somehow get a pass rusher out of it, I wouldn't be upset. But I hope we keep Julio. I figure they will. It would take a pretty crazy offer to get rid of him, I imagine. Seahawks only had 3 picks. Could be worse, Jeff. You could be the fucking Rams. Or the Texans. Which I think the Rams are fine because they're a good team. But, boy, Houston, we have a problem. Best season ever.
Where we raced 3 times a year ago.
Kansas Speedway.
In July when Austin Hill and Matt Crafton took home winners' trophies, and then we came back in the playoffs in the fall, and Brett Moffitt was the victor. 3 races, 3 different drivers, 3 different organizations, 3 different manufacturers. We'll see who takes home the trophy tonight. The Camping World Truck Series here at Kansas Speedway. And the track description, Mike, brought to you by Camping World. Yeah,
trucks are rolling. It's a quick race, only 134 laps. Barely half the length of the Cup race tomorrow. Michael, I'm guessing you're here. You took some long shots today, apparently. I'll have to get back to you about my Cup race pick for tomorrow. I got to think it over. I don't expect any crazy upsets tomorrow.
You see your pit window somewhere between 50 and 55. That means that these guys will have to make a pit stop in that final stage, and Matt Crafton's won here 3 times.
Starting lap. Fronted by a couple of trucks from Kyle Busch Motorsports and their drivers who have been terrific this season. John Hunter Nemechek
and Kyle Busch. What they fucking do? Ben Rhodes, Johnny Sauter. Don't like either of them. Todd Gilliland sucks. Chandler Smith, yet to be determined. Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed, Zane Smith, Stewart Friesen. Somebody surprised me tonight, please. I saw some of Ty Gibbs' dominating performance in the ARCA race. Oh, the ever-exciting ARCA race. The last ARCA race I ever watched, I was at Charlotte 2 years ago. Hey, Michael.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite places to come. I feel like this place almost knows they won after the fall race here last year, so definitely looking forward to it. But win or no win, I feel like our restart's going to be crazy either way.
Yes, they are. Well, hang in there, buddy. Maybe we'll talk to you in Victory Lane tonight. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
Before we go green, we'll check in with our pit reporters again. And
yeah, the Bears picked up Justin Fields, and the Patriots got Mac Jones. Do we have reason to be optimistic about a Chicago Bears quarterback situation? We'll see.
First and second, but those 2 second-place finishes came to his teammate and his other truck, which is John Hunter Nemechek. Spoke to him as he got in the truck. He said the biggest challenge for him tonight is going to be that truck right alongside of him that's now crossing over in front of him. His teammate
Nemechek's going to pick the outside line for the start, I'm assuming, because Kyle's going to let him to the bottom if he wants it.
Starting here tonight is Briscoe. He's on in the number 04 from Roper Racing, and his team owner now, Corey Roper.
Honestly, I'm going to pick somebody like Kyle Larson tomorrow because it's a fucking mile and a half and it's kind of predictable. You know the certain group of guys that are going to contend on these mile and a halves this year. I think Blaney, Larson, Elliott, Hamlin, Truex, Logano, Keselowski, somebody in that group. I'd almost want to take a chance on Kyle Busch because he was so good at Kansas last summer. That was like his best mile and a half track performance other than his win at Texas. I might take a chance on somebody like Kyle Busch tomorrow. I don't know. If I was going to, quote, take a chance on anyone, I'd like it to be on somebody like Kyle Busch. We'll see. You ready for Kyle Busch to put me to fucking sleep and make me wish I was still watching the NFL draft? Make me miss football in general? Ideally, I'd like this motherfucker to go off into turn 1 on the first lap and the goddamn wheels fall off. All 4 of them. Not just one, all 4 of them.
Starting position of the winner through the years here at Kansas is 4th. Johnny Sauter in that 13 truck starts in the 4th position tonight.
Sauter had a thrilling win here back in 2010. Yep. Smoking the tires sideways and got it to victory lane.
Well, you like nothing better than to put it there.
Yeah, Byron's another good one. Maybe Byron. I'll have to get back to you on that, Michael. I got some thinking to do. You brought up William Byron, and that started to make me think. Alex Bowman, maybe. Bowman's due for a win at somewhere like Kansas. I love the confidence I have in Hendrick Motorsports. Hey, it's the Kyle Busch Show on a Saturday night. Great crowd in the stands for a truck race. Three wide for 5th. Hold it together, Gilliland. Sheldon Creed in an unsponsored truck. 3 wide on the outside of Gilliland and Smith. Nemechek and Kyle Busch side by side down the back for the lead. Those Store Sport trucks are fucking identical, and it's ugly to look at. Johnny Sauter loose. Ooh. All over the place in the middle. Nemechek's going to lead lap 1. Lots of 3 wide situations on this first lap. Sheldon Creed has flown to the front. As Rusty Wallace would say, Sheldon Creed's flat flying. He was passing 3 wide on lap 1. He just passed Kyle Busch for 2nd. He started 8th. He's up to 2nd in less than a lap and a half.
He went where they weren't. When he dove into turn 1, they weren't up high, so Sheldon Creed in that 2 truck went straight up there.
And Creed and company have been looking to take a step forward. I feel like they've not quite had the speed.
I hope Creed remains faster than Kyle Busch for the rest of this race. Ooh, Kyle Busch got really tight going into turn 1. They cut away from it. Kyle followed Sheldon Creed down there, and his truck just bobbled. He looked like Harvick at the end of the playoff race last year. Need we go back and relive my stream from the playoff race at Kansas last year with Harvick and Logano?
What about Ben Rhodes? Putting the move on Kyle Busch through turns 3 and 4. Grabs that 3rd spot away.
I think my team had a great draft. We were just talking about that before you got here, Robert. Ben Rhodes are on the outside of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch fading. Kyle Busch is not firing off well here on the short run. He's 4th.
We come here to Kansas, and there are so many teams, organizations, and individual teams that believe
Give it time, though.
that they can win.
This race is going to finish in dark. A little bit of a transitional race. It's still pretty light outside. The lights are not even really coming on yet at the racetrack.
Friesen and Crafton. We heard reports downstairs before the race about Stewart Friesen and the gains that organization is making. Hallmark Friesen. Your 2nd year with the Toyota banner.
He's finished 13th or better in his last 5 starts.
Friesen's having a solid year so far.
Fox at the beginning of the year when they went out on their own, didn't have a second tour. I mean, they had to literally build it from the ground up, and they've done it.
And I went there.
Michael, didn't you take Derek Krause tonight? He's in the top 10.
I said, well, we're stuck. We don't have any stuff. We're going to get it. We're going to get it eventually. No, they just got better and better with that.
Zane Smith would have been my long shot. He's 11th.
Look at this 44 truck.
There's Ross Chastain.
30-second starting spot, already beginning to knock on the door of the top 10.
Ooh, Chastain completely missed turn 3. He made a nice move down the back. I love that paint scheme. A pink and green watermelon car.
Teammates at Nice Motorsports. Good to have Ross back in that truck.
Ross Chastain and Chase Briscoe and Kyle Busch are the three double-duty guys in this race.
Both have been black flagged before the start. There's Timmy Hill down.
Oh, yes, NASCAR black flag Timmy Hill. Make an example out of him. Tell you what, though, that 20 truck did jump the start way back there. So that's a good call, but I don't think Timmy Hill needs to be back black flag. They stacked up in front of him, and he was avoiding getting damage, I think. But Spencer Boyd gets black flag. Talladega winner Spencer Boyd. Never forget. Yeah, don't do the Denny Hamlin here, Spencer Boyd. You served your penalty. Don't speed.
One down, and they can get a free pass. You speed during that penalty, then it's really going to mess up your night.
7th and 8th on the screen. Gilliland and Stewart.
Yeah, Chastain started 30th. He's 14th now. On the move. Honestly, didn't even realize Chastain was in the race. I knew Briscoe and Kyle Busch are. So, interesting. Kyle Busch fired off slow. He's still top 5, though, but slow for him. Anything less than second place or first place, that's slow for him. And the only reason he'd be second is because he's racing one of his own trucks. Nah, doing the Denny Hamlin is being a lap down and going up to the front and wrecking the fucking field. That's the Denny Hamlin. Excuse me. He had a doozy of a week last week. I'm just giving him a hard time. Hamlin will probably win tomorrow. He was the guy I was thinking of to pick. But then again, he should have won Talladega. He should have won Richmond. Am I going to bet on him again and he's going to fucking not win Kansas? Probably. And if he would win Kansas, I only get like $5 or something. Yeah, I don't care what Chastain is driving. I know Nice Motorsports is not what they were, but yeah, Chastain being 40-1, that's insane. Kyle Busch just passed Ben Rhodes for third. Busch's truck is starting to come to him, I think. Denny Hamlin doing his best Dale Earnhardt impression, only he was trying to help his driver win a stage, not the Daytona 500. Ended up getting wrecked in the process. So now he needs 7 more championships and he'll have something else in common with Dale Earnhardt. Hey, Major. Here to watch the Kyle Busch show. Kyle Busch fired off slow, dropped back to about 5th place, but he's crawled back up to 3rd now. Nemechek's leading. Sheldon Creed really fired off quick, and he's right on Nemechek within a 10th. I don't think Denny got his shit wrecked on purpose to help Bubba win a stage, but I'm pretty sure he was going to push Bubba to the stage win if they did run them extra 2 laps. But I guess we'll never know. I really thought at that point last week when Kurt Busch was multiple laps down, running in the lead pack, pushing Ross Chastain to the front, I said, oh my God, Ross Chastain is going to win this race because he's got a lap car that's going to push him no matter what. I was convinced Ross Chastain was going to win at some point. Last week, I was sitting there thinking, God damn, Chastain's going to win. Holy shit, Eric Jones is going to win. Oh, wow, I think Bubba's going to win. Like, there was a few guys, and Matt DiBenedetto as well. You know, we have 9 different winners in Cup, but it's really like we have 10 because Denny Hamlin's points lead is so damn large.
Best one.
Hamlin, yeah, he could miss a month and still be the points leader. So it's really like we have 10 different winners.
Today, temperature in the low to mid-80s, lots of sunshine, a great evening tonight. Fans in the stands, so good to see them streaming in earlier.
Halfway through stage one.
The race and an ARCA race earlier, followed by the Camping World Truck Series here tonight. And you see
We have a new leader, Sheldon Creed, past John Nemechek, right as they came back from break.
Yeah, John Hunter started experimenting with the top lane, Vance, and this experiment almost went.
Wow, Nemechek tried to run the high line and got super tight, and Sheldon Creed took the lead. We'll see if Nemechek can get it back once he gathers it back up. See if it was just a bad corner or is Creed really faster. Boy, he caught back up to him really quick.
Kyle Busch is consistently putting the fastest laps on
And Michael Waltrip just pointed out that Kyle Busch is the fastest truck on the racetrack.
We talked, Vince, at the top of the show about the organizations that need a good run.
Creed still in front of Nemechek for now, but Kyle Busch about 2 seconds back, but making time. We'll see. I don't know if he's going to catch him in the next 14 laps.
They come back and defend it appropriately, and Sheldon Creed and crew chief Jeff Stank.
Sheldon Creed being that fast at the start of the race is a pleasant surprise. That's like the most anyone has challenged a KBM truck since the Daytona Road Course. Battle for the lead. Nemechek can't run the top, so that's really helping Creed. He can run the top. Nemechek's going to the top again, right in the tire tracks of Creed. Not bad, but Creed's definitely faster up there. I think Nemechek's just a little tight, at least in 1 and 2. Can't really see what he's like in 3 and 4. They keep cutting away. Oh, Robert, your dog's having a seizure. We used to have a Jack Russell Terrier. He would have seizures, and the doctors told us to give him like honey or something. It would help him. Like the sugar was good for him in that case. Sometimes I swear that dog would fake a seizure just so he could get some honey or molasses because he loved that shit. It made him really happy when he was like spazzing out. What kind of dog is it? Like I said, our Jack Russell used to have seizures. Matt Crafton in the top 5. DFS would be happy.
Track was repaved in 2012, and
Ross Chastain has cracked the top 10. He's 10th.
that spot when Brett Moffitt declared that he was going to switch points.
10 to go in stage 1.
Series to the Xfinity Series.
What about this, Phil? From 38th to 14th, Bailey Curry. And I told you before the race started, I'm watching this kid tonight because he always seems to outperform where you think maybe his equipment would put him. And he's got a great opportunity here driving for Nice. And wow, he has put it on the mat here early in this race. Good run for Bailey.
He had a 6th place run at Michigan a couple years ago, just on a one-off situation. Really
Golden Retriever.
Full time in the Xfinity Series for Mike Harper.
Those are majestic animals. Well, I'd say Chastain's got to be the biggest mover of the race, 30th to 10th.
Chastain in the 44 up inside the top 10. We knew he would be coming, and he's doing a nice job moving through the field.
And another one of the full-time Cup guys, of course, drives the 42 on the Cup side for Chip Ganassi. And Ryan Briscoe,
Nemechek's all over Creed now. He's got a big run on him going to turn 1. What line's he going to go? He runs top. He's getting tight. Dirty air a little bit. You could see it there. It really helped Creed on the exit. That dirty air fucked with Nemechek really bad. Kyle Busch just closed into about a second behind these guys. Nemechek just can't run the top. He can't hug the wall like Creed can. And it's hurting him and helping Kyle Busch catch them both. I think Nemechek and Kyle Busch are both faster than Creed, but Creed's got that preferred line. He's better where he needs to be to hold them off. Now Nemechek's going to slide job. Oh, man, Nemechek almost lost it on a slider. He saves it. Kyle Busch goes by for second. What the hell? That was Nemechek's only shot. He's not going to beat him running the high line following him, and he's not going to be able to get the run off the corner running the bottom, so he sent it and tried to do a slider. Just about wiped out and would have taken out Creed. And Kyle Busch will have the lead before the end of the stage. We're at 6 to go in the stage. And he's closing in on Creed as this lap traffic's giving him a hard time. And we know that nobody's better than Kyle Busch when it comes to navigating lap traffic. Boy, that was close. The announcers didn't even really react. Nemechek was like in a four-wheel drift. Five to go in the stage now. Kyle Busch is there. Oh, we had such hope for the first 25 laps of this race. Now Kyle's going to the bottom like Nemechek did. Can he make the pass? He pulls even with him off of 2. Yeah. Creed's fast, but he can only run that line. Kyle Busch is really fast around the bottom. And Kyle Busch takes the lead. 4 to go in stage 1. Hey, you guys want to go do something else? I say we all go watch a movie or something. Because this is no good now. Nemechek and my $6 was almost out of the race a couple laps ago. I like how I didn't even respond because I don't expect to win any money in a truck race that Kyle Busch is in. I don't even entertain the possibility. 3 to go, stage 1. Busch, Creed, Nemechek is closed back up to Creed for second. If he gets by Creed, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle gives him the stage win just like he did at Atlanta. And Nemechek can't run that bottom. Although that time he got a good run. He got close enough to side draft Creed down the back, and now he's going to slide job him into 3, complete the pass, make it stick. Okay, Nemechek's in second, 2 to go.
Just as we were going to the commercial break, and you saw it on our side-by-side, but watch John Hunter Nemechek.
Oh, goody, I get to watch Denny Hamlin run an Xfinity race in person next week. I forgot about that, Robert.
Those trucks get so loose when you run side-by-side into the corner. He had a bad angle into the corner, and he about lost that truck. Kyle Busch took advantage of it. John Hunter's been
Kyle Busch is going to get those much-needed stage points. Oh, never mind. Much needed. Those prestigious stage points. Last lap of the stage.
Truck Series history with 60 wins. There's Todd Gilliland and Stewart Friesen. Those two have been around one another all night, it seems. Kansas has been a good
Kyle Busch, not so good on the short run. Long run, very good, especially around the bottom. And running around the bottom is really going to help you later in this race. That's where you're going to want to be fast at.
And when he got out front, he has stretched it out. And Mike, you called it earlier, said he was coming from the 3rd spot. You could see his lap times were that good, and he has won the stage.
Can we just call the race now so I can go do something else?
Kyle Busch Motorsports has won 10 of the 13 stages so far this season. Wow.
Well, you know what, Robert? It is Darlington, and I will be there. So, yeah, I'd like to see a show.
The all-time winningest.
I don't discount that possibility. It's usually not a stinker when Hamlin runs. He runs so few Xfinity races now. It's usually not that bad. Like you said, last year was really good. Why does he always run Darlington? Like, what's the deal with that? I figured it's something to do with the sponsor. I'm surprised it's like Darlington and nothing else. I remember at one point Denny Hamlin had 2 Xfinity wins in his 2 starts, and both of them were cheated up wins that got encumbered. But who cares? Yeah, Haley Deegan's off to a good start tonight. I got to give her credit for one thing. She's taken care of her shit this year. Any problem she's been caught up in really hasn't been her fault, and she's finishing races. And trucks are super competitive now. We got 40 trucks, and over half of them, I think, are capable of winning on any given week. That's more than it was a few years ago. And more than when we had, like, just 32 trucks in a fucking race. That was lame as shit, so I'm really glad we have, like, fields of 40. Oh, this new Undisputed commercial looks funny. Oh, never mind. It's a Colin Coward commercial, too. Hey, where's Joy Taylor? There she is. They showed Joy Taylor for a second. Oh, God. Truck race Friday at 7:30 at Darlington. I will be streaming that one because, like I said, I won't be there. I won't be going to Darlington until the next morning. Then we'll see.
Boyer's money, and who doesn't want some of Clint's money? Stand in line for that. All you got to do is download the app and pick 6 race outcomes related to Stage 2 tomorrow for your shot to win. It's free to play, so don't miss out. Play now while there is still time left.
So I'm going to get a few days off of work this week because of weather, and then I'm going to Darlington. What a great week.
I mean, if you want to get right down to it. And that's so like Clint, isn't it?
He seems so generous with your money. Kyle Busch won Stage 1. Second time this season he's been a stage winner. And John Hunter Nemechek a 1-2 KBM finish at the end of the stage. Creed,
Kyle Busch really needed that stage one.
Out the top 5, and you see those top 10.
Pit road is open.
Expect we'll see a bunch of Ford tires, don't you, Phil? Absolutely.
Everybody going to pit.
Coming in, Jamie's going to be the first one.
Tires.
Give us a report from pit road.
And it'll be Ben Rhodes.
I think whoever wins Sunday will win on 2 tires. You want to bet? I bet somebody will win the race tomorrow on a tire strategy.
Kyle Busch, that truck's been too loose on entry. They were going to make big changes to that truck, decided to go a little bit less as it got better as they ran. And John Hunter Nemechek, same thing with his KBM truck, too loose for him right now as he takes off.
With this being the first time that these trucks are on track, no practice, no qualifying, obviously. I mean, you get what you get when this race rolls off green. So these first stops are huge for these teams.
Kyle Busch still the leader. Creed second, Nemechek third.
Give these crew chiefs an opportunity to work on
Creed gained a spot. Wow, they beat a KBM crew out. A Gibbs crew. We all know that's what it is.
Might be an issue. John Hunter, it's Michael Waltrip and the boys in the Fox booth. How you doing?
Yeah, how are you?
Well, Nemechek had a wild stage 1, didn't he?
Might have messed your shorts up. That was a heck of a save. Man, how do you get in a bind like that and pull it out?
That's a good question. Luck, I guess. I don't know. My guys will give me
Is that what Michael Waltrip used to ask Dale Jarrett and Dale Earnhardt when they were banging Buffy behind his back? How'd you pull it out, Dale?
Yeah, definitely wouldn't get a change underwear.
Well, get to victory lane and it'll all feel okay.
Yep, that is the plan, Mikey. We're hashtag here for wins.
Right on.
That's going to be so uncomfortable, though, the rest of the night. But I don't know how you shake. Well, never mind. Coming back to Kansas, Stage 2, the Camping World Truck Series.
Boy, I wish people would leave me alone when I'm streaming. The last time a female got a top 10 at a 1.5-mile racetrack was Las Vegas. No. Are we talking trucks, Xfinity, or Cup altogether? Because if so, Danica got a top 10 at Atlanta in 2014. So I'll say Danica Patrick, Atlanta, 2014. Final answer, Regis. I was thinking of that time she got a top 10 in the Xfinity race at Las Vegas, and everybody was shitting their pants. Actually, she got a top 5. She finished 4th, but it was on, like, fuel strategy and shit. And everybody was coming in their fucking pants. Because, like, Brad Keselowski blew a tire on the last lap. Mark Martin passed him, won the race, and then it's like, oh, fuck that shit. Danica Patrick finished 4th. Woo! Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Was I correct, Michael? I gotta be correct on that. I have no idea what I'm going to do after this race is over. Probably just lay in bed and wait to go to sleep. Racing until 3 tomorrow so I can stay up late if I find something interesting to do.
Stage 1 complete. That looks like a great Saturday night speed.
Get that kid out of here in his Trader Jimmy Johnson shirt, driving them open wheel cars, you backstabber. I'm kidding.
Hey, the impact of the pandemic on youth sports has been significant, and while recovery has started in some communities, kids...
Well, Michael, even if I'm wrong, we'll just pretend I was right, because I'm pretty sure I was right.
Sports.org to learn how you can help Fox Sports and Good Sports restore play for at-risk youth and the programs that serve them through donations of brand new sports equipment. I hope that you'll visit goodsports.org and help out.
So great to see the fans back at the racetrack, isn't it, Vince? We were coming
Kyle Busch, Sheldon Creed, John Hunter. We have 4 penalties. Lassard, Timmy Hill, McLaughlin. What is this, a Busch race from 2000? Jennifer Jo Cobb. Jennifer Jo Cobb has been penalized for impersonating a race car driver.
This is a beautiful facility, too, man. There's so many amenities around it, so much to do. It's a great destination.
And speaking of camping, gives us an opportunity to also remind you that the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Drivers Championship points leader after tonight's race will get a $50,000 bonus.
Boy, Camping World is fucking giving money away.
Camping World?
Marcus Lemonis, where do you get these monies? Where do you get the monies?
His road crew guys are thinking, how can I spend some of that money?
And they might be thinking, now don't do that slide job thing. We can't really afford that right now. $50,000 on the line here. We got a lot going on tonight. There you see Zane Smith getting those tires heated up a little bit.
Will stage 2 be boring? I thought stage 1 was pretty good. But now that 51 truck's parked out front, I have no expectations. But will Kyle Busch fire off slow like he did on the first run? What the fuck did Michael Waldrop just say? Dipsy Doodle?
Yeah, and I hope Joey's okie dokie, by the way. But
yeah, DGR's having a great night. Haley Deegan's 13th now.
Stage 2 underway for the Camping World Truck Series.
Creed, a little bit of a spin of the tires on the outside. I like that. I like this outside here, going into 1 and coming out of 2. I really like this outside. I think Creed's going to take the lead here.
Had a good pusher, and Todd Gilliland behind Sheldon. Stays even with
He's on Kyle Busch, going down the back.
got better and better as the tires heated up, so we could see.
Sheldon Creed edged ahead going to turn 3, but Kyle Busch is going to pack it down in there on the bottom. Ooh, Nemechek washing up. 3rd place. He went wide.
The racetrack a little bit. They're all hanging on
Good God.
in this big pack. That air is just so turbulent. It really moves these trucks around.
Zane Smith in the 21. That white truck now there on the bottom, trying to dig for position inside the top 10.
Don't show the race for the lead. Sheldon Creed just passed Kyle Busch for the lead, and they're not even showing it. We got to watch this random camera looking out of the back of Zane Smith. But yeah, Sheldon Creed's got the lead now. I told you I like that outside going to 1 and 2. It was going to give him a good shot at taking this lead. That and Kyle Busch isn't that good on the short run.
Look at Kyle, loose on the bottom, Matt, loose on the top. It's just John Hunter loose.
Now Kyle Busch takes the lead back. Never mind. Kyle Busch took the lead on the bottom coming out of turn 2. So it looks competitive up at the front with Busch, Creed, and Nemechek. Ooh, Ben Rhodes nearly took the wall down going to 3. I don't know how he didn't hit it. We've seen, there's a lot of trucks out here that look really tight, and I think it's just the air. That's obviously going to be a contributing factor. Creed's trying to pass Kyle Busch on the bottom now. They swap lanes. Ooh, 15, Tanner Gray. Almost lost under Matt Crafton. Settle down, boys. It's only stage 2.
Ross Chastain in the 44 pulls up alongside of Gray.
Chastain, Tanner Gray for 11th.
His first Truck Series victory.
And the first victory for Nice Motorsports.
Oh my God, you need a master's degree to understand the All-Star race format. As a matter of fact, during the commercial, we're going to look at it. I'm going to go to Bob Pockrass's Twitter because he posted a screenshot of it the other day, and I've been staring at it all week trying to figure out why it has to be this way. First of all, I'm trying to figure out why we have to do it at Texas Motor Speedway. Second of all, trying to figure out why we have such a weird format.
Earlier in the pre-race show, and she talked about returning.
I hope the All-Star race being in Texas is a one-year thing. Oh, did you hear they're making it even less horsepower? At Texas, they're running the Talladega package, which is like 510 horsepower, not 550, so it's even less. And I'm like, that's not going to help anything, NASCAR. It's not.
She's been this year. She's racing.
It's not going to help a fucking thing. Texas is going to race like Texas, no matter what you do, which means it's going to suck balls. Oh, we got a spinner. 23 saves it. What a save. And then he drives back up on the racetrack and nearly wipes somebody out. But damn, we stay green. That Bama Buggy Chevrolet was sideways. Yes, Michael Waltrip, it was. That was a great save. Kid's only 21 years old. I couldn't do that, and I'm 27.
Sideways, you wonder if he might have flat spotted those tires. He slid so far.
Almost caught a couple of others, including his teammate Lassard in that 24 in the process, but a narrow miss, and they keep it going. Watch.
Oh, look how he's 45 degrees sideways right there, Mike.
Woo!
He's driving his hands off, trying to keep that thing under.
He's driving his balls off. That's what Mikey wanted to say.
Well, the 32 of Holmes.
Hey, Holmes.
Slided as well. So Lassard and Holmes both near misses with the 23 of Chase Purdy.
Holmes was looking for that.
Halfway through stage 2, Kyle Busch out front by 4/10. Sheldon Creed right there with him, running the same line though. And this is Kansas. All I can think about is that playoff race in the Cup Series last year. Anytime I see somebody running the same line as the vehicle in front of them, I'm like, oh God, don't do it.
Just inside the top 10, slipping into the 9th position.
Did you guys hear somebody stole Norm Benning's 2002 Ford F-150? Somebody stole it. If you have any information about Norm Benning's stolen truck, please find him on Twitter. Yeah, them Roper trucks are not that great. I'm surprised to see Briscoe running so poorly. It's 25th. Boy, Matt Crafton just had him a moment.
All it took was that little blurb of the throttle to give Ben Rhodes enough momentum to get by, or try to get by, I should say.
We got Haley Deegan. Haley Deegan's knocking on the door of the top 10. She's 11th. She just passed Tanner Gray.
We heard just ahead, Matt Crafton struggling, Matt, up in the 10th spot, so this is an impressive run.
There's Crafton in that neon Yellow 88 with his teammate Ben Rhodes just ahead of him. Rhodes, a two-time winner. In fact,
Remember, Karen, I was campaigning for Michael Waltrip to get Jennifer Jo Cobb's seat at Talladega last week.
Winner and the series champ a year ago.
Look at that flared out quarter panel on the right side of Sheldon Creed's truck. I'm just saying, NASCAR.
This was the best track for them to truly evaluate where their program is.
He's catching Kyle Busch. Creed is so fast around the outside. That's his best shot at winning the race. He's going to do it on the outside. If he's in contention at the end, he can do it. He's caught Kyle Busch. Austin Hill's third. Like I said before the race, I was either going to pick Hill or Nemechek. I settled on Nemechek. Jennifer Jo stole Norm Benning's truck. Nemechek underneath Hill for third. Nemechek's race-winning move would be a slide job. That's what it's going to be. Creed's just going to pass you around the outside. Or knowing Creed, he's going to run through you around the outside. Now let's go to Bob Pockrass's Twitter. So I didn't know they were putting something on the car at Texas to help the dirty air situation. We'll see. I just think Texas Motor Speedway is going to suck balls no matter fucking what. So Bob Pockrass is the only place I know to find this reliably. Okay. Bob Pockrass. I tried to read this to my dad the other morning, and halfway through it, he just gave up and said, I'll just read it later. He was like, you got to see the fucking all-star race format for Texas. It's fucking ridiculous. Where's it at? Didn't he post this shit the other day? Did I pass it? I think I did. Oh no, it's gone. Well, fucking A. Hold on. I'm just going to type all-star race format in. Even if the race comes back for commercial, I'm going to read about it because who gives a fuck what Kyle Busch is doing up front right now. Okay. All-star race format. Pay attention, kids. The race will feature 6 rounds totaling 100 laps. Starting lineup for round 1 will be determined via random draw. I'm with you. Rounds 1 through 4 will be 15 laps each. Round 5 will be 30 laps. The final round will be a 10-lap shootout. At the beginning of round 2, the field will be inverted via random draw, minimum of 8, maximum of 12. The round 2 random draw will also be seen live by fans attending the race on the Big Hoss TV. Before the start of round 3, the entire field will be inverted. At the beginning of round 4, the field will be inverted via random draw. Minimum of 8, maximum of 12. Starting positions for round 5 will consist of the cumulative finish from rounds 1 through 4. Lowest cumulative finisher starts on the pole. Second lowest starts second, and so forth. All cars must enter pit road for mandatory 4-tire pit stop during round 5. Starting positions in the final round are set by finishing positions of round 5. Only green flag laps will count in the NASCAR All-Star race. Fastest team on pit road will earn $100,000. Race winner are going to win. So let me ask you this. Let me go back where I got confused. So before the start of round 3, the field will be inverted, right? At the beginning of round 4, the field will be inverted again. But then the starting positions for round 5 will be the cumulative finish from rounds 1, 3, and 4. What? Why bother with the fucking field inversion at the start of round 4 then? If you're just going to say, all right, after round 4, it doesn't matter where you finish. It's going to be like an average finish deal from the first 4 rounds. That just makes my fucking head hurt. Anyway, maybe you understand that better than me, what the point of that last field inversion is. Hell of a battle for second right now. 3 seconds behind the leader, Nemechek and Creed for second. Or, as I like to say, first in class in the truck series here. Big run down the back for Nemechek. Side draft, swinging out low. Pack that shit on the bottom, and Nemechek takes second place. Oh boy, he got really tight, and they cut away. I was afraid they were going to cut back and he'd be in the wall as tight as he was getting. Everybody's begging for more horsepower, and NASCAR's like, what? Less horsepower? You got it.
So far, so good. Say somebody else that's working is that one truck of Haley Deegan, Mike. She's done a nice.
Haley Deegan, top 10, motherfucker.
Now running in the 10th spot.
Haley Deegan, top 10.
She talked about it at the beginning of the race. As you can see, she's doing a little firework. Want to make sure everybody sees how good she
Running that Harvick Atlanta line. She's like running grinding or splitter on the white line.
She hasn't been in right now. Racing for a spot inside the top 10. This is when she just can't let her emotions take over. She's got to be patient, calm, because when you get on the inside of these other trucks, they get really loose. She's doing things that are very impressive right now. I'd like to see her continue.
And these are different drivers that she's been racing against too, Mike.
Kyle Busch picking them up and putting them down 3.5 seconds ahead now. Coming to 1 to go in stage 2. Boy, this race, the only good thing is this race is flying by. That's the only good thing.
The second stage, and really, if you look at his lap times, Phil, right now nobody has anything for him. You talked about making the right adjustments. The experienced veterans just
His truck,
exactly what they
much better in this stage. It was good in the first stage, but whatever they changed. Did I see the Kentucky Derby? Didn't see a fucking thing. I forgot that was even a thing. The only thing I saw from the Kentucky Derby was that picture of Aaron Rodgers. And I was like, well, it must be nice to be rich. Kyle Busch wins stage 2.
Another impressive performance from Kyle Busch, and he takes stage 2 here at Kansas Speedway. And again, a 1-2 finish for Kyle Busch Motorsports. John Hunter Nemechek finishing second with Creed Hill and Zane Smith rounding out the top 5. Kyle.
I'm going to go get my PhD in astrophysics before the All-Star race in a few weeks. Boy, people just need to leave me alone. God damn it. So what you're saying is if you're the worst finisher around 1 through 4, then you get pole, or if I don't know, Karen. We all know the only good part of the All-Star race is going to be the Open. I think the Open is going to be one hell of a race. It usually is at Charlotte, but Charlotte's a better racetrack than Texas. Not every day I get to compliment Charlotte Motor Speedway's 1.5 mile layout, but hey, at least we got that road course. I can't wait till the next gen car. I hope the next gen car is so good that Charlotte Motor Speedway can put on the races that I know it's capable of putting on. And I wouldn't even be questioning going to Charlotte in a few weeks. I still can't make up my mind if I'm going to the 600. Would you guys miss me if I went to the Coke 600? I know you're going to miss me for Darlington next week during the race anyway, but I can't decide if I want to go to the 600 or not. Thinking about it. If I have a good time at Darlington, I'll probably want to go to the 600. So I'm not making any rash decisions right now. I'm getting another pile of money put in my hand this week for work anyway, so I'm going to hold off till after I get out of Darlington to decide whether or not I'm going to Charlotte. Told you I'm going to do pre-race stream on location if I can. As long as the cell signal is good in Darlington at the racetrack, you will see me next week. Danica's going to win. No, Jeff, Josh Wise is going to win the fan vote. Dude, you realize how many times I voted for Josh Wise leading up to the 2014 All-Star race? I spent like my entire break at work. I was working at a plastic plant. And every minute of that break at the plant, I was on my phone. Josh Wise, Josh Wise, Josh Wise, Josh Wise.
7 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
Guys, do you know where Kyle Troop lives?
Tell us.
Taylorsville, North Carolina.
Do you know that Phil Parsons once bowled a perfect game?
Still a beautiful day at Kansas Speedway. Boy, Kansas Speedway is very scenic. It's such a pretty looking racetrack. I'd actually like to go there.
Year after year after year.
What? I'd like to go to another 1.5 miles? Yeah, but this is probably the only one.
That's what you tell us how great it was.
It was a fun day for sure.
I told Phil back then you were riding around 200 miles an hour on the equivalent of a paint can with concrete walls around you. No wonder we bobble around like all the stuff we did. But that day was special. Great job.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, that explains a lot about the
Come on us, yes.
Exactly. Thank you for keeping us straight, Vince.
Well, I don't know about that. Oh, goodness. Well, stage 2 complete.
Pit road's open. Kyle Busch leading. Something, Kansas.
And for Zane Smith, who said on the radio that he felt like it was too tight to go to the top in turns 4.
There's really a lot of good racing going on throughout the field.
They're just going to tune them up a little bit and send it back out. Regan?
I'm somewhat enjoying myself. I'm just melodramatic when Kyle Busch is leading the truck race.
Kyle Busch on the bottom left of your screen, your leader. Fix the entry just a little bit. We'll be fine. Kyle told the team some small adjustments for that truck. And then number 4, John Hunter Nemechek. That race truck also too tight right now. Takes just a little bit too long to get going for him.
What as strong as Kyle.
John Hunter Nemechek takes the lead on pit road. Hey, my pick is in first, but somehow I can't get that excited.
Almost got left in there too.
Great job by the crewman to
Robert,
wrench out of.
even though I'm a Falcons fan, I'm a fan of the league as a whole, and I think the game that we are all looking forward to this season, especially because there will be fans in the stands, is the Bucks at the Patriots. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus New England Patriots. When is that game? And it better be it'll be a Sunday night game or a Monday night game. I hope it's a Monday night game too, the truth. I'll need something to do on a Monday night. But yeah, Bucks Patriots. That's the big game I think everybody in the world has circled on their calendar this year. Did you guys know that Aaron Rodgers is going to wind up playing for the Denver Broncos? You didn't hear it from me, but that's my prediction. If I was the Broncos, I'd be like, hey, Green Bay, I'll give you 2 firsts, a second, Drew Lock, and Von Miller if you give me Aaron Rodgers. We're getting close to 700 subscribers. I feel like every 100 subscribers feels like a milestone. We're at 689. Tell your friends, or better yet, make 11 different accounts and just all subscribe to me on those accounts. We got to pump those numbers up. Kansas is like a mini Talladega for about 5 laps after the green flag, which is why it leads to so many fucking spectacular crashes.
In the books. Kyle Busch has won them both. Getting ready for the restart to begin the 3rd and final stage. Take you to the checkers in race number 7 of the season. Had some issues for Austin Hill. He came back down a second time. What's going on, Regan?
Well, he did, Vince, one of our top 5 runners, and having a strong run tonight.
The question about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers is who gets to keep the kids during the divorce.
doesn't sound good. They raised the hood on the first pit stop, trying to figure out if they had a cylinder out or what was going on.
So Austin Hill had a problem. They raised the hood and gave up all their track position. He's 26 right now. Thinks it could be an engine problem. Look at Zane Smith in the top 5. Stewart Friesen in the top 5.
How about some radio from the 16?
Nemechek, Kyle Busch, Creed, 1, 2, 3.
Scott Zipadelli, the crew chief, telling him to keep an eye on the gauges, and back-to-back finishes for Austin Hill right around that 10th spot, 9th at Bristol on the dirt, and then 10th at Richmond. They felt like they could have had top 5s for sure out of both of those races and didn't get it. So now another challenge here tonight.
And that's what they do. They take a pyrometer to measure that temperature. They shoot each one of those headers to see if there's any irregularities. All of them show hot, so that's why they said absolutely there's nothing wrong with a plug wire or something like that.
Look at poor Grant Enfinger driving that number 9 truck.
Something else could be wrong.
Hey, starting Friday in Darlington, Camping World Truck Series drivers have a chance to win $500.
Please, for the love of God, tell me Kyle Busch is not in the truck race at Darlington so I can have a good Friday night before I go down there on Saturday.
Be sure to tune in each week on FS1 to see which driver takes home the big cash prizes. Begins at Darlington next week.
That's close to $500,000.
500, it's very close, yes.
You know, and
if you're counting.
And Phil, these truckers aren't rich. You know, they work their tail ends off to pay the bills, like buy tires and engines and make these trucks go fast. And having that type of bonus from Walkley and having that money to race for could be a season changer for some of these teams.
I remember when Sheldon Creed won one of the Triple Truck Challenges last year. We asked him what he's going to do with that money.
Robert, your best hope is to play Taylor Heineke for about 13 games of the season, and then let Fitzmagic play the last 4 and hope that magic carries over into the playoffs. Because if Fitzpatrick plays the whole season, y'all ain't doing shit. Y'all might make the playoffs, though. I think you can win your division. No doubt you can win your division.
Win 2 of the 3, $150,000, and then you win all 3, you get the $500,000.
But it depends on what kind of Ryan Fitzpatrick you're getting. I hope it's the good one. Because in the NFC East, I definitely would prefer Washington to do well. We're halfway through this race. Nemechek's the leader. Creed on the inside. Kyle Busch and Zane Smith on the second row. Busch is going to give Nemechek the shove of a lifetime here. They learn that outside line is great for these restarts. And Creed on the bottom because he's ridiculous on that outside. He's got a push down the back from Zane Smith. Woo! Creed and Nemechek almost touched coming off a 4. Busch takes him 3 wide on the apron. On the front stretch, 3 wide for the lead. Kyle Busch clears them both for the lead. Wow, what a move. Look, I hate the son of a bitch, but I can't hate on that. So Kyle Busch takes the lead now on lap 69. Very appropriate.
Zane Smith and Stewart Friesen battling for 4th. That was Josh Williams, the spotter for Zane Smith that we were listening to on that lap to begin this final stage. And the great work that those men up on the roof do for these drivers.
Just think about how that position has evolved. Phil, if they were saying all that to us when we were driving, it'd be like, be quiet, I gotta focus. But these guys absolutely need to have all that information because of how tight things are.
Sheldon Creed to second. He passed Nemechek on the bottom. Run down Kyle Busch. It's your only hope. Oh, the 42 sideways. And they throw a caution for that?
That's going to bring out the caution.
Wow, really? That's a caution? The motherfucker saved it.
Luther's Barbecue.
Hocevar was dead sideways, kept going, and NASCAR said, caution. I guess it's because Kyle Busch is leading and they didn't want to get him to get too far out front. But it looked to me like Creed was about to run him down, maybe.
What a save. I mean, we've seen 2 examples.
Lap 71.
That just had their trucks out from under them and was able to somehow corral them and keep them pointed in the right direction. NASCAR knew that was a crash, right? He was all the way around.
They didn't throw the caution earlier for the 23 that did the same fucking thing, but whatever. And I didn't think they needed to throw a caution earlier. They didn't need to throw a caution for this either.
And he was really trying to stay off of Ben Rhodes. That's why that he was able to.
The 40 hit the wall a little bit, just trying to avoid it.
Or was that Granite? That is Christian Eckes, I think, maybe.
Yeah, one of the Thor Sport trucks.
Tough scene. Good save, though.
One of the good stories, one of the best stories, in fact, this season in the Camping World Truck Series, running 10th in points, just 18.
Hocevar is having a very good year because I haven't forgotten his name yet.
Up there, Vince, with saves like that.
I'm not like, hey, who's in the 42? I know it's Hocevar.
At first, he said he didn't feel like there was any damage to it. Now, as he goes a little bit further, he's saying he may have gone down a little bit there on the left rear, but he thinks it's going to be okay with the flat spot that he potentially has. When I talked to him earlier, he said he was really looking forward to this one. He had never raced here at Kansas, but he felt like Nice had a good book to fall back on. He asked a whole bunch of questions, but he just needed to get his feet underneath them. But he thinks the truck's going to be okay.
And the key for Hocevar this season, he's been finishing better than he's been running. His finishing position 9 spots better than his average run position.
So he's like the opposite of Danica Patrick. They said he finishes an average of 9 spots better than he qualifies. Danica was like the complete opposite of that. Robert, slow down there, buddy. Slow down. If Taylor Heineke leads you to a Super Bowl, I'll give you money. Slow down there, cowboy. I like Washington. I like the direction they're headed in. It's nice that Washington has plenty of reason to be optimistic, but let's not be that optimistic just yet. Let's just woe it down a little bit. Let's try winning a playoff game first. Like, make the playoffs, sure. Try getting a winning record, making the playoffs, and winning at least one game. Now, I'm the first one to admit that Super Bowl runs can come out of nowhere because when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl 5 years ago, my expectations going into that season were completely in the fucking shit box because our defense was terrible. I had no idea our offense was going to start clicking at a record-breaking pace like it did. I knew that Matt Ryan had it in him. I knew Julio had it in him. I just didn't think that everything was going to come together the way it did. Oh, that was our time, and we blew it. Anyway. Had a good draft, though. I'm looking forward to seeing Ron Rivera coach a first year with Washington where he's at full strength because we all know last year he was not healthy. But they did a lot with a little last year, so I'm very interested to see what they do next. Kansas, the Cup Series. Man, I'm hot for a Cup race. I can't wait for tomorrow. And then I can't wait for next week. I'm going to Darlington. It's just a damn shame those Cup Series throwback schemes are fucking garbage this year. Have you guys seriously seen how bad those Cup Series throwback schemes are? Holy shit.
He was supposed to be up with us in the booth tonight, and that's why we've got Phil Parsons. Thankful to have Phil. Was here for
who had food poisoning?
We'll step right in, and congratulations. We mentioned it earlier, so happy to have Phil, and we said congratulations earlier because this happens to be the anniversary of your Cup win at Talladega. I think we had to colorize this video. It was originally in black and white.
I thought it was black and white too. Yeah, it's film probably too. So no, that was a great day right there.
Phil Parsons won a Cup race. I didn't even know that. I feel like I did know that. I just forgot.
Last weekend too, didn't we? I mean, you're not able to see anything at that place. That car and Legatos flying there remind me of Twister. Remember those things just flying through every which direction? Luckily and thankfully, saw Joey the other day. And this is making me a little nervous. I saw him at a restaurant.
And you were eating at the same restaurant?
I did, but I felt fine. But he was driving his family around. Man, just so thankful for the safety rigging of these NASCAR vehicles.
Michael, there you
you see the 13 of Johnny Sauter back down pit road on this last caution. Big adjustments in that truck. Spring.
In retrospect, I can't believe Heineke was not on an NFL roster. I'm not saying he's like great or anything, but like, how was he not on a roster?
Today is his 43rd birthday, so happy birthday, Johnny Sauter. And up in the stands is his entire family, his wife and kids. There you see him right now.
Oh, that's the poor bitch that's to go home to Johnny Sauter at night. What a shame.
4, 5, 6 kids.
Well, that's great having the family out at the racetrack, watching them compete. Hopefully those adjustments, you know how Johnny's really vocal, knows what he wants in that truck, voicing that to the team, the big swing they just made at it, see if he can charge up through the
And
field.
we know Joe Shearer's crew chief is not afraid to take a big swing at it.
Yeah, they've been on a bit of a roll with the top 5s in 2 of the last 3, so we'll see if Johnny can make his
All
way back
right,
up.
lap 75. It's Kyle Busch, Sheldon Creed,
Final stage at Kansas.
Zane Smith, Stewart Friesen,
Sheldon Creed, or correct me,
John Nemechek.
let me correct myself.
What a fucked up lineup we got going on right now.
Zane Smith.
The green flag. Creed goes 3 wide around the outside of Kyle Busch. I think Creed's going to put Kyle in the middle. He's going to take the lead here coming off of 2, if we ever get to see it. Zane Smith takes the lead. Kyle Busch is all the way back to 10th. He's 4 wide in the middle in the sucker hole. Look out. 4 wide still. 4 wide. 4 wide. Busch is out of the top 10. Zane Smith to the lead. Creed around the outside takes the lead now. Here comes Nemechek with him. Okay, this race can go green now. I don't give a shit. Creed leads this lap by a nose over Zane Smith. They gangbang Kyle Busch on that restart. Send him to the back. Sheldon Creed made the perfect move. That was a great response to Kyle Busch's 3 wide move on the previous run that got the lead for him.
Sheldon Creed was doing in that 2 truck.
Now we got a race up front. Smith packs it down. Creed's pinching on his door. That's some driving right there. Zane Smith didn't even bobble. He hit the apron and got sucked around, but kept that shit going.
Sheldon's been strong this entire race.
Creed around that outside, though, is deadly. He's trying to run a little lower and pin Zane Smith on the bottom, get him loose, but I think his best bet is just go to the outside. Because now here comes Nemechek. Smith slots up behind Creed. Creed takes the lead. Nemechek to the inside of Zane Smith. There's Ross Chastain in 4th. Chastain is catching these guys now.
See John Hunter trying to grab that 2nd spot away from Zane Smith. And how about Ross
Woo.
Chastain?
Almost made contact there.
For 2nd and 3rd.
Started way out back.
They got Zane Smith up off the bottom. Nemechek takes 2nd, but he completely misses the corner. Keeps it out of the wall. Zane Smith's going to pass him back, and now Chastain's going to get a big run down the back. Big run down the back. He can't go to the bottom, though, because Smith was there. He could have made a big run to the bottom and done a hell of a slide job if he had somewhere to go. Now Nemechek takes 2nd. Chastain to the outside of Smith for 3rd.
That's a big run for that.
There's a $40 bet sitting there, or however much you bet on him, Michael. You're in it now. He's up to 3rd, around the outside of Zane Smith.
How he's performed. He's up in the 8th position, so great day for this organization.
Boy, they needed it too. You know what?
See, there's good racing going on here.
Creed out by just about a half second on John Hunter Nemechek.
This is exciting.
Look at Bailey Curry, a late sub for Brett Moffitt in that 45 as you ride on board with Matt Crafton.
Crafton got really loose a couple laps ago in the middle of that big car. And he's fallen all the way back to 16th, has Crafton, Jamie.
Well, he was hoping to come on pit lane underneath that in that yellow flag period for some adjustments. He is not happy with that truck right now. He said at the beginning of the race he could really charge hard at the corner, but now when he tries to do that and it lands and it tries to oversteer, they threw some wedge at it, changed the tire pressure, and screwed.
There was a lot going on there. Everybody still has to pit one more time, though. That's good news for Kyle Busch.
Getting later in the day here. It's 7:45 local. A lot of shade in these corners, especially turn 1 and turn 4. So
Haley Deegan just passed Matt Crafton.
Deegan in the 1 truck is able to drive around Matt Crafton.
This is a really competitive race all the way through. That top 20 is as competitive as it gets.
Like her truck is handling better right now than Matt's, so she's able to pull up through the field, and Matt's continues to free fall.
Tyler Ankrum just ahead of her there in the 26 as Haley Deegan has continued to drive forward today.
Kyle Busch is racing Tanner Gray for 6th right now. He's crawling back to the front. It's going to take a while, though. Nemechek's putting pressure on Creed. The good thing for Kyle Busch, he's 2 seconds back, but this top 5 is right on top of each other. They are going to race hard, and it's about to get really tough at the front because Nemechek's there within a 10th of Sheldon Creed. We can't see it, but the ticker says he's only like 1/10 back.
When you make a switch at the top with the crew chief, you know, and you go out and perform, it just makes you feel so much better about the direction of your organization.
Sheldon Creed leads with John Hunter Nemechek in tow. Creed.
Well, that's a good time to go to commercial, said no one ever. You are watching NASCAR on Fox. I think you'll find, Michael, a lot of times with inexperienced drivers, they do better on long runs because you got to get in a rhythm. Restarts, you just got to be a fucking animal, and you got to have that experience of what to do on those restarts, and everybody's going crazy trying to get all they can get. But over the course of a long run, when somebody inexperienced like Haley Deegan has a good truck, she can settle in and do well. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that last caution or two set her back. Short runs, you know. She needs a nice long run to the finish, and she can get a top 10 out of this deal because she's better than the trucks in front of her. She's better than fucking Tanner Gray, Bailey Curry, or Todd Gilliland right now. That would pretty much get her in the top 10. Creed still leading during the commercial. This stream is once again brought to you by Pepsi Zero Sugar Wild Cherry flavor. Nectar of the gods right there. Kyle Busch is back in the top 5. 2.5 seconds behind, though. Hopefully it'll stay that way, but I doubt it. If Chastain wins, I got 2 bets tomorrow. We'll rock on. He's 3rd. Think he's got some work to do to be a winning truck tonight, but he's right there. Oh, it's a Circuit of the Americas commercial. And they're showing the Roval, which is awesome because I've been to the Roval a couple of times, and I plan on going again this year. But, oh, man, Circuit of the Americas. That's like a track that should have been in NASCAR 98. Remember all those fucking road courses in NASCAR 98? Circuit of the Americas looks like one of them.
21 years of mayhem, high-speed drama, 21 years of victory.
Fuck off with your music! YouTube copyrights are hard, you know. You bet 2 at 4. That's a nice little payday for you there, Michael. Which reminds me, I'm still thrilled to death that I got a raise this week.
Moments here for sure in the Truck Series. And as we look at our Blue Emu race summary, you see that Sheldon Creed is our leader. Not many cautions. Kyle Busch won stage 1 and stage 2 and was at the front of this restart. And then he got shuffled all the way back to 7th. And you certainly don't see this very often from Kyle Busch here in the truck.
Sheldon Creed did this perfectly to Kyle Busch, and he set himself up to be in a better position to win.
And when you get stuck in the middle, it doesn't matter if you're Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch was in the sucker hole.
Things aren't going to go well for a bit, and you can see he lost a lot of ground there, was able to stabilize.
I wouldn't mind seeing Elliott dominate.
And began picking drivers.
Not going to hurt my feelings. He is a champion after all, but you wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Robert? I'm kidding.
Here's some radio from the 51.
Kyle Busch radio. Kyle Busch says he's killed it, but he's in third, 7/10 behind the leader, catching the leader. He was like 10th place a while ago, and now he's within a second of the lead, running down Creed and Nemechek with 42 laps to go and a pit stop left.
Mixing it up, and it's allowed Kyle Busch to charge.
But Kyle Busch is saying, we killed it.
Sheldon Creed.
It's just classic Kyle Busch. Oh, we killed it.
Nemechek behind him in the fourth.
Boy, I wish clean air would really be enough to help Creed win this race, but it's not going to be because Kyle Busch is still going to win.
Ross Chastain and Zane Smith filling out the top 5.
We know that truck of Kyle Busch's really comes on around 20 to 30 laps, and that's where we are since our last caution.
But Kyle talking about the truck being too tight. We noted during the pit stop sequence that they
To the inside of Nemechek.
both sides of that truck, and Phil, we kind of joked about, man, why touch it? I mean, it's been so good, but maybe they adjusted themselves out of the sweet spot.
And maybe trying to get ahead of the racetrack, trying to keep up with what they think the racetrack is going to do. Because right now, that truck is extremely fast.
Yeah, and I think it's not
40 laps to go. Busch hasn't passed Nemechek for second yet,
Without a doubt, yes, sir.
but he will.
40 laps to go in this race, and
Nemechek's changing it up a little bit now. He's driving harder, too. I could tell he sent that thing into one, and it worked.
These guys can go another 20 laps or so. The pit window's somewhere around 50 laps, they were telling me, so they've got a few laps left, but if we don't get a caution within the next 20, we're going to see a bunch of green flag pit stops.
well, that really throws a wrench into the mix, no pun intended.
A couple of them, actually.
3 trucks under a blanket for the lead.
Radio
This race is going to be won on pit road by Kyle Busch if he doesn't pass him on the track. Now they're all 3 running the wall, far outside line, which favors Creed, obviously.
Don't worry about being on tail mode right now. Don't worry about tail off right now. You know, you see in the long run, so don't throw no stuff up behind them. Get too close.
Nemechek makes a dive bomb move for the lead on Sheldon Creed. Is he going to clear him? No, he will not. Now this is going to drag Kyle Busch right to him. Or will it? Nope. Creed clears him at the start-finish line. 1, 2, 3, still the same. Now Busch is going to dive bomb Nemechek. He packs it in on the bottom. Creed and Nemechek on the outside. And he can't clear Nemechek for second.
Busch pulled side by side.
Pulls back in line.
Momentarily in that second spot.
This is good racing. Now Nemechek's making another run at Creed. Packs it on the bottom.
Another run at Sheldon Creed.
He's not going to be able to clear Creed.
Kyle's going to probably fill that hole unless...
And here comes Kyle Busch. He's getting a pull on Nemechek, getting this draft. Nemechek slows down Creed with a side draft. He throws a block on Kyle Busch. And Kyle Busch passes both of them going to turn 1.
Is it going to be a 2-for-1?
But Creed around the outside takes the lead back.
Zane Smith is on pit road, Jamie.
Wow. Kyle Busch is in second now, but God, Creed off that outside line. Nemechek to the inside of Kyle Busch for second now. 3 trucks battling for the lead here. I wish they didn't have to pit again. This is an awesome battle.
We happen to get a caution. Well, coming to pit road.
Don't say the C word.
The truck just was ill-handling enough that they decided to go ahead and come out.
Or they're just throwing a curveball at everybody, getting those fresh tires.
Boy, they got Kyle Busch almost had that lead. Nemechek side drafted Creed down the front. Busch got a draft off of Nemechek and shot to the bottom, but Creed carried that momentum off the outside. A lot of trucks pitting now. Not the leaders, though. They've not pitted yet. Here comes Nemechek. He's the first one of them to make it. Nemechek's the first to pit road of the top 3. Oh, Tyler Ankram's around. This is great for Nemechek. Nope, no caution. They stay green. God damn it, that would have been perfect for Nemechek. Nemechek hit pit road, and then the 26 spun out, but spun to pit road and kept going. No caution. Yes, Haley Deegan is running quite well tonight, sir. She's been in the top 10 some of the race, consistently top 15. And yeah, no caution. That would have been great for John Hunter. Sheldon Creed to pit road now. Kyle Busch has not pitted yet. But Nemechek's going to have a couple of laps on fresher tires than Kyle Busch. That's going to work out for him. I like pitting early. You got to beat. I know Kyle Busch wasn't the leader, but you got to beat him to pit road, and they did. Now here comes Kyle Busch to pit road. 34 laps to go. 33 when he crosses here. I'm sure his Cup pit crew here is going to knock one out of the park.
We can't make a mistake now. A pit road speeding penalty will really take you out of the game. So the crew's got to be tight on their game, and the driver has to do his job. You can gain a lot of time entering and exiting the pits, and you've got to be on your game, but you can't mess up here.
We saw how close our top three were running when pit stop started.
This is going to be crazy to see where they cycle through. I bet Nemechek has the lead. I bet Nemechek will have the lead here.
Getting to pit road and on pit road.
He's ahead of Creed on the leaderboard. Nemechek beat him to pit road by about 2 laps.
In that 15 truck. Here you see Haley Deegan. And there's Chase Briscoe in the 0-4. Driving for Corey Roper in this race today. Jamie?
Ben Rhodes will be coming into pit lane this lap. You see him at the entry there. He's telling Rich Lucius is crew chief. We need just a little bit of adjustment. They're making the call. They're going to do a splash and right sides only.
That Briscoe pit stop taking.
Is that 2 tires for Ben Rhodes?
Been desired. Looked like an issue there on the right front.
Michael, you talked about.
And John Hunter Nemechek has the lead when this cycles through. He's ahead of Kyle Busch. He's ahead of Creed.
In this race.
Boy, Kyle Busch really got loose there. So Creed is right on Kyle Busch for what's going to be second place, and Nemechek is well out front. He was the first one of them to hit pit road. It made that big of a difference. Plus, those KBM pit crews I know were faster than whatever the fuck Creed has.
That's going to be the battle for second when this all cycles out. John Hunter's just ahead of Kyle and Sheldon, but we still have trucks that need to make that final pit stop. They're hoping.
Eckes, Sauter, Enfinger, Peters, Kraus, Truex, Timmy Hill, and Davis have not pitted. That's the top 8. 30 to go.
It can be a challenge. Just trying to get to pit road. A little help from the 0-2 to Tyler Ankrum.
Check out this one. Long hair. Loves to hike and plays frisbee. What is he, a Labrador?
Really good race. I'm impressed. See where they are when they come back from break. Give Sheldon Creed and his team credit. The first bunch to step up this year and stick it to Kyle Busch Motorsports. They're the only ones. Nemechek is going to be about 2 seconds maybe ahead of Kyle Busch. A little less, about 1.5 seconds. And Creed's right there with Kyle. So I think they're going to be right back to how they were. Well, that Taco Bell commercial looks gross. 25 laps to go.
Here at Kansas Speedway tonight.
How many times is Clint Boyer going to mention that he's from Kansas tomorrow on the broadcast?
Miles away.
Don't make that your drinking game. I don't want you guys to die.
Turn 2.
Alcohol poisoning.
A few are gambling.
5 trucks still have not pitted.
Have stayed out.
Sauter, Eckes, Kraus, Truex, Hill. Nemechek is 5th now. He just passed Timmy Hill.
Special, like maybe a win for Johnny Sauter.
Now, Phil, how long can he go? He pitted on lap 71. We talked about a pit window of 50 or so. I can do the math on that pretty quick, and it comes up short of 134.
Yeah, maybe he should stretch it out away. Yeah, stretch it up to 55, but he would have to slow down so much that he would lose the lead.
Yeah, I would be surprised if this race went green all the way.
But yet,
I don't know if I'd like a caution or like it to go green. I really don't.
was to lose control.
Whatever hurts Kyle Busch the most.
And he gets that caution. It's a reset for his race.
Gang up on him on a restart like Creed did that last time.
Got the tires, and now they're in a position to, if someone else has some misfortune, take advantage of that.
Remember, we talked not long ago, there were 27 trucks still on the lead lap. Right now, we're only showing 14 trucks on the lead lap because of Johnny Sauter staying on the racetrack. There's Ross Chastain right there trying to unlap himself. Ross right now is running in the 10th.
Chastain trying to unlap himself almost caused an accident.
That's Chastain and Rhodes.
Pit Rhodes, I'm sorry, yeah.
The first truck that actually came to pit road, John Hunter Nemechek in 4th. So the first ones on fresh tires, the 4 of Nemechek, the 51 of Kyle Busch. So they're about 17, 18 seconds back of Johnny Sauter. So Sauter, Eckes, and Kraus have not yet come to pit road.
Johnny's really starting running some good lap times, though. I've been watching him. He's running that lap 32.90. Our fastest lap is 32.20, as we see.
Well, you'll be able to watch Fox, but not Fox Sports 1. And most of the races for the rest of their time is going to be Fox Sports 1, unfortunately. I think the only race left that's going to be on Fox is going to be the 600, I think.
Which is which sometimes.
It has been,
So,
sure.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Thor Sport Silver Machines, the 13 of Johnny Sauter. There's Bailey Curry in that 45 alongside.
20 laps to go.
Himself from our leader, Johnny Sauter.
Kyle Busch is closing in on Nemechek. He's there, and I don't see Sheldon Creed anywhere near him. So I think this is a 2-truck battle for the win now, and it's about to be Kyle Busch taking it because he's about to pass Nemechek in the middle of this traffic. Yep. Use the lap truck as a pick. Nemechek, pinch him down. Nemechek's going to get tight here. He can't run the outside. He's trying to run the wall. He's going to get so tight. God damn it. And Kyle Busch just passed John Hunter Nemechek. The only truck left to not be on pit road in front of them is Johnny Sauter. So Kyle Busch is going to be leading here. And Sheldon Creed's fallen completely off the map. He's 5 seconds behind these guys. I don't know what happened there.
That he can lean on. See how they might adjust those trucks even more so moving forward.
And doesn't that speak to the experience that John Hunter gained as a full-time Cup driver for a year?
And Xfinity as well. Xfinity full.
Boo. Okay, I'd like a caution now. I'd like a yellow.
Still about 15 seconds behind Sauter, who will
What the
have to
fuck
come
happened to
pit
Sheldon
road for
Creed?
all set.
How did he fall off this bad?
It's getting close.
Hell, Ross Chastain's going to be in front of Sheldon Creed now.
Now he's lost that 4th position to Ross Chastain.
Sauter still hasn't pitted.
Try to tie a record here.
Ooh, Creed's in the wall. Creed's in the wall.
Creed in the
He's grinding in the wall. Hey, NASCAR, that looks like a lot of debris up there. I'm just saying.
That'll cut that right side tire, as you can see it.
That looked like a lot of debris to me, NASCAR.
That's Johnny Sauter.
I'm just saying.
A prayer for Johnny Sauter.
still no caution.
Come on.
Gets down off the track.
Come on. He completely killed the right side of that truck.
Creeping up there, just trying to ride that fence.
That line that's been his bread and butter, he overstepped it and pounded the wall. Come on, NASCAR. You threw a caution for a spin. Not even a spin. You threw a caution for a drift. He just knocked the wall down. Put it out. Unfortunately, Creed made it to pit road. We stay green. Fuck my life.
Where Johnny Sauter was hoping that was going to bring out a caution.
16 laps to go. I think Sauter's going to pit this time. Yeah, he's pitting this time. He's got the hand out the window. Kyle Busch will assume the lead, and we can all just go to sleep now.
Knew he couldn't make it to the end. Knew he had to come down, and now he's making that final stop. So Johnny Sauter hits pit road, and that'll leave Kyle Busch and John Hunter Nemechek at the front. Regan Smith is there for Sauter.
Well, Vince, they waited it out as long as they absolutely could. The call was come to pit road this time, or 2 tires. They're going to try and shorten this down bump, save him as many positions as they can. Johnny has been fighting a loose race truck.
Nemechek is still within striking distance of Kyle Busch, but he's driving the wheels off of it. He was fishtailing coming off of turn 2 that time.
And we will be right back to the finish of this race.
Are they not going side by side? Okay, they did. I was about to fucking rage. 15 laps to go. Nemechek's still right there with Kyle Busch, and I was thinking they were going to go to full screen commercial. But no, they're side by side. That lap, Kyle Busch drove away from Nemechek a little bit. He must have got looser that time off of 2 than I thought he did. Oh, well. I'd really like something to break on that 51. Yeah, earlier in the season, dude, an antenna would have been great because, like, the first 7 races were all on Fox. And then we had Talladega last week on Fox, but now they're pretty much all on FS1 except for Charlotte. I abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Kyle Busch is driving away from John Hunter Nemechek. 12 laps to go. I would just like a rash of cautions. I would like about 8 more cautions before the end of this thing, if we could get them. At least this race wasn't boring. At least it was worth watching. I was entertained for the most part. Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Well, if you had a crowd in that arena, I might consider watching that, WWE. But I'm not watching 2 of the best wrestlers in the world work in front of fucking video screens and fake crowd noise. That was me lashing out at the SmackDown commercial. At least this one's going to be over quick.
Johnny Sauter, who had to make that pit stop, left Kyle Busch to the front, and Kyle is starting to stretch it out over his teammate John Hunter Nemechek. And Kyle Busch's truck has gotten better as the runs have gone during each of the first 2 stages in which he won, so no surprise that he's just getting better as it goes here.
Exactly. John Hunter Nemechek can hope for a caution, maybe a short run, do something with Kyle. There's John Hunter right there. Another solid run for this strong team this year.
Running third is Ross Chastain for Nice Motorsports. We said before the race, this is a race in which we needed to see GMS and Nice step forward. Nice has done that today.
Yeah, GMS has as well. Both teams running really well. Another great run for Ross Chastain when he gets behind the wheel of this truck.
I'd like to see a caution to get Ross Chastain a shot at this. And yes, Haley Deegan's in the top 10, 9th place. Long run. Once again, Haley Deegan's having a good race. Don't remind me about that 2-week break in July. And there won't even be football on yet.
Need you to save a little bit of fuel in case we need to go and have a restart. But otherwise, they're really happy with where they're running.
Yeah, and another truck that I'm happy to see competitive. We talked about these teams stepping up and getting a hold of John Hunter. Ben Rhodes started the seasons with 2. Oh, look there.
Ben Rhodes got loose. Hey, Rhodes, you want to make my fucking dreams come true here? You want to give me more false hope?
First 2 races of the season, you can't expect him to win them all, but I mean, his worst finish this season is 16th. I mean, he's regularly kept it inside the top 10.
Yeah, that's the only finish outside of the top 10 for Ben Rhodes.
Kyle Busch is ahead of Nemechek by 2 seconds. Ross Chastain's in third, 9 seconds back. We have 13 trucks on the lead lap. By the end of the race, it'll only be about 11. Oh, we got a yellow.
Sheldon's back on pit road. He
What happened?
Might have knocked some debris off that.
They threw a Kyle Busch caution. They actually did it. Show me that debris or otherwise. Oh, no, Jennifer Joe. She stalled. She didn't make it to the garage. And the caution is out. Jennifer Joe Cobb, similar to David Rudiman, who did it in a 10 car at Martinsville in 2012, stops inexplicably. And the caution's out with 7 to go. Hot damn. We back in it. I'm either going to get $6, 2 bets, or nothing. Because it's Kyle Busch, Nemechek, and Chastain up front. Sheldon Creed's out of the race. He's back on pit road with more problems.
Pull those seatbelts down, as Larry McGreal would say, and give me the hardest on the loud pedal laps you got.
Yeah, remember Kyle Busch went all the way back to 7th on that last restart, so is this an opportunity for John Hunter?
Yeah, Kyle Busch has not been great on short runs. He's been better than he was the first stage, but that one restart where he got put in the middle.
Catch the 51 of the 4. You know, that's not who we're racing. All of a sudden, that's changed. That is who they're racing.
And my man Ross Chastain's right there.
On a sprint than Ben Rhodes. I mean, he's going to put it on the edge, like all of our truckers.
Yeah, it's going to be for the Olympics, a 2-week break in July.
He has nothing to lose. Running just.
Yeah, Briscoe's not even in the top 20. They had a slow pit stop as well. They were getting better, but had a slow pit stop. Still weren't very good. I hate this for Haley Deegan. I feel like this is going to take her top 10 away because she's not been good on short runs.
Next week, Friday night at Darlington. How about that?
I like that. I got cold chills just thinking about that place. It's throwback weekend for our truckers, so we're going to see some full paint schemes. We're going to see a lot of that. Bumping and banging and scrubbing that wall.
Our ARCA point leader, Corey Hine, will make his debut in that 51 truck that Kyle Busch is leading the race with.
What a beautiful night in Kansas.
Down to the final laps here in this race.
Nemechek's pitting. Wow. Is he the only one?
Well, there you see it. A little bit of a surprise here. John Hunter Nemechek coming down pit road.
Well, congratulations, Kyle Busch.
He does not have any sticker tires left right now, so they're going to have to put scuffed tires on this truck. I guess they're going to take the bet that not enough trucks on the lead lap that they can get back through the field with these cooled off scuffed tires.
Yeah, so there's only 12 trucks on the lead lap. There's 12 trucks on the lead lap. Nemechek and Austin Hill have pitted. They don't have fresh tires, but they got some scuffs they're going to put on. That one set of tires looks like they still had stickers on them.
We know that the tires on the second stage, by the time they restarted, they only have about 23 laps on them, so they definitely have fewer laps. But, you know, they came in around a lap 100, so the tires that he's taken off only had 20-some laps.
I think that just won Kyle Busch the race, though.
Cool tires, probably pumping pressure up a little bit to qualify.
Unless Ross Chastain wants to just fucking be my hero.
Which helps when you have trucks come to pit road that maybe you can restart.
Yeah, Deegan's been bad on short runs. I hate she's probably going to lose her top 10 here. She stayed out, though, so she's going to gain a couple of spots. She'll be closer to the front. She'll be about 6th or 7th.
Chandler Smith, that's Kyle Busch and John Hunter's teammate. He's done a nice job rebounding. That truck was outside the top 15 most of the race, but it's gotten better and better. So Chandler's moved up through the field. This is going to be interesting to see how John Hunter is able to deal with all this 4 wide. We're going to see all the craziness that's going to happen on this restart.
You really wonder if you thought he would have said, let me take advantage of this restart here.
Yeah, I don't know about Nemechek pitting there. I'd have stayed out. Kyle Busch, his only weakness has been short runs.
They didn't think they could beat their team at Kyle Busch.
I'd have stayed out there, but we'll see.
Come put those 4 scuff tires on. These are the tires from the second stage of the race. Not very many laps on them. Felt like that was their best shot to win. They said, we're here to win. That's what we're doing.
Hashtag for the win.
Yeah, Eric Phillips making the call there. And again, pump the tires up, put qualifying air pressures in them. No, we're not going to run very far. Cold tires, it might work it because they're going to be, I think we just promoted Darlington. You can't really go forward.
Yeah, they probably put qualifying tires on these cars, on these trucks now.
But you can take that chance when you've got a couple of wins under your belt already. There's Brett Holmes coming to a stop just as he makes his way through turn.
Brett Holmes, is that his porn name?
Probably go NASCAR overtime.
Yeah, because I don't think he's going to be able to make it to pit road.
Fuel will not be an issue for any of these competitors.
Going to come back for the finish at Kansas.
Where's my 8 wide racing? Oh, Burger King, I don't want your fucking DoorDash ad.
All over the country.
Anywho. Yeah, they're probably going to have to add a lap because the 32 truck was like stopping and not going to make it to pit road. But I don't think they were going to line up and fucking race there anyway. I think they were just going to go to overtime for no reason. Because it's more exciting that way. Boy, that door, now that I've paid attention, that DoorDash ad looks fucking delicious with those wings and that burger. Ross Chastain, you better win this shit. Hey phone, appearances is a fucking word. Let me type it. Michael, I don't know if you could pay me enough to take a chance on Bubba tomorrow on a 1.5 mile racetrack. I got some thinking to do. That William Byron pick is very tempting. I'm going to go back and study the playoff Kansas race from last year or something. And obviously look at 1.5 mile track performances this year. When you think of 1.5 mile track performances this year, you got to think of William Byron and Kyle Larson. All right, we going overtime. Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, Ben Rhodes. You got two of the biggest assholes in the field right behind Kyle Busch here. So Kyle picked the outside line, of course.
That's a spotter counting them down because they'll get together and say, okay, you're 14th in line. That means 7. If we get 7, I'm going to count the trucks to the top. If we get to
well, they might have time to use those tires if we get multiple overtime attempts.
2-lap shootout. Caution on the opening lap.
They just wanted to make it go to overtime so they could put that on the race report and make it seem like it was more exciting than it was, even though this race was pretty good. It was a good race, no matter what happens here.
Last fall, we went overtime, ran 5 extra laps. The more laps, the better for John Hunter Nemechek or Austin Hill that came to pit road and put tires on.
Yeah, the more attempts, the better, too, for sure.
What about the aggressive nature of this cat?
This cat.
Wow. Talk about hanging it out. Got his first career win for the Camping World Truck Series here at Kansas Speedway.
And then hanging on for a win.
Yep. That's the truck Bailey Curing has painted just like that truck. And Bailey right now is being shown in the 7th spot.
Chastain deserves to win because that paint scheme is money.
Up on the outside in the top 10.
Kyle Busch will have this race won coming out of turn 2 and we'll be sad, so brace yourselves.
It's going to be big.
So Kyle Busch will start on the outside of the front row. Remember last time this happened, he ended up
brace yourselves.
after the restart, and that's Ross Chastain on the inside with Zane Smith and Ben Rhodes in row.
That was a great restart by Ross Chastain. He spun the tires a little bit. Rhodes goes, they're doing it again. Kyle Busch is in the middle. He's going to lose the race. Kyle Busch is going to the back. He's in the sucker hole again, and Ross Chastain takes the lead. God damn you, Michael. You're going to win money. Oh, Friesen! Friesen! So hard into the... Oh, is that Chase Briscoe? Caution's out. God damn it, Chastain was gone and was going to win. Kyle Busch is back in 5th place now. Chastain's got the lead. We got one more restart coming.
Have another restart. Overtime number 2.
What a restart by Ross Chastain. You see Derek Krause.
Ben Rhodes did the same thing Sheldon Creed did and fucked Kyle Busch.
Result of getting loose on the bottom. That's what happened to Friesen. Sideways. And Kraus had nowhere to go in that mess. Talked about the restart for Ross Chastain. What about Bailey Curry? Talked about him restarting 7th all the way up to the 4th position. He's got to be thinking win now, too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Kyle Busch back to 5th.
John Hunter Nemechek up to 8th. He gained 3 spots in that clusterfuck. Kyle Busch fell back to 5th. Chastain's got the lead.
Kyle was cruising to victory, and then the caution comes out.
Ben Rhodes, you fucking beautiful bastard. I hate Ben Rhodes, but he's my hero right now. If fucking Stewart Friesen could have held his shit together here, this race would be over and we'd all be happy. Because Ross Chastain would have just won it. But now there's going to be one more restart and one more chance for Kyle Busch to fucking shit on our dreams.
By that time, he was already running 3rd. As you see, Stewart Friesen get really, really loose.
But at least Kyle Busch is not the leader now.
Stewart's just hoping to be able to put some tires on it and get to the checkered flag.
There are only 14 trucks on the lead lap right now.
Certainly was thinking win was Friesen. Now he's just hoping to get to the checkered and get a top 15.
6 drivers have scored their first career win.
If you're Kyle Busch, don't pick that outside line. Haley Deegan's pitting.
Bailey Curry adds his name to that list tonight.
Why not?
Well, Ben Rhodes had a great restart. He didn't need any pressure. What he did need was some fuel. He told him that they were really tight on fuel to make it for that first overtime. They could not make it for a second once they went ahead and made the call for fresh tires as well.
Remember the green flag pit stop. They did 2 tires, so they did not put enough fuel in that truck. What a tough break for Ben Rhodes.
Another truck that's on pit road getting tires. That's Haley Deegan.
It's been a good run from Haley. She's been inside the top 10 multiple occasions tonight.
Yeah, restarted this race there in the 8th spot, fell back a couple of spots, and I'm sure that made them say, well, we're back on the back part of the lead lap anyway. Let's take a chance and try something here.
Well, let's see it again here on this restart, and keep an eye on that blue and red 52 there on the bottom of the screen.
He's just slipping up off the bottom, Vince, and it gets loose inside of Kyle. Nice job by Chandler Smith in the 18 to get around him, and nowhere for Kraus to go in the 19 truck.
I really wish that caution didn't come out.
30 truck aborting.
I was fine. We had all the shit we needed. We didn't need any other cautions. We didn't need anything else.
Almost had a hole to slip in between Tyler Ankrum and Derek Kraus, but unfortunately not enough of a hole there.
Want to give a shout out to our Fox Sports camera folks. Those are some.
You couldn't wait till they hit the white flag to start doing that?
Kansas off turn 2. Really get a good feel for what the speed is like and what Stewart Friesen was faced with there.
Well, they could have collected a number of vehicles, and
amazing, only 2 trucks involved.
That was almost one of them signature Kansas fucking big ones.
Kraus will study that film. Some wrecks are unavoidable. Like he couldn't do anything differently. He just got swept up into what Stewart had going on.
Yeah, the truck in front of him got through it, the truck behind him got through it, but he just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Great break, though, for Tyler Ankrum in the 26 truck. He is on pit road right now. He gets the free pass.
It was Kraus that Friesen wrecked into, not Briscoe. Their trucks look very similar from far away. So Kyle Busch is 4th. He's going to be right in this deal, and I'm sure he will pull something out of his ass here with 2 laps to go. If Kyle Busch is smart, he'll probably pick the inside. I wouldn't want to be on that outside again. That's not working out well for him.
He only had enough fuel to do 142 laps. That would make this pretty close right now. But he was able to save enough under the caution. He was able to follow those instructions. He said now they have enough for about 150 total laps, so they should be okay here.
That's aggressive. She's making that much time up under caution. I know you can shut the engine off and coast, and Ross is a veteran. He knows everything he needs to do in order to...
Yeah, if Chastain wins in a current Nice truck, that just proves how good he is. Ganassi just sucks now, okay? And yeah, John Nemechek scored in 7th place. He was 11th on the last restart. He's a little closer to the front now. So that's step 1. He got the fucking quick yellow he needed and a few spots gained out of it.
The second restart in a row that Kyle had some issues, and we thought that maybe the only chink in his armor was to that restart.
And as we come to the chew zone, think about this. 2 times Kyle Busch on the outside got shuffled. Now what does
Chastain picks the inside. Zane Smith outside. Curry to the inside. Kyle Busch outside. So Kyle's trying the outside again on the second row this time.
So he shouldn't be put in the middle because he controls the restart.
So Kyle Busch will start on row 2. Regan.
Well, it's Kyle Busch starting on row 2. Things aren't that peachy right now, though. When the caution came out, felt like maybe it was the transmission causing him to have slow restarts. Reevaluate.
Kyle Busch is claiming transmission troubles is hurting his restarts.
Brake is hooked up and dragging on that truck right now. Got a little bit of an issue there. Not sure how this restart's going to go.
So Kyle Busch is worried that his transmission or a brake problem is going, whatever. Is he just making excuses like he always does? Or is something actually wrong? How many times does Kyle Busch say, this shit's broken, it's this, and then they check it and nothing was wrong? Like Martinsville a couple weeks ago.
How hard will he go? I guarantee you, it's going to be all these guys.
Keep an eye on Austin Hill, too. Remember, he came to pit road when John Hunter Nemechek did, and he's already up into the 5th spot.
Bailey Curry looking for his first career win. When this week began, he wasn't even scheduled to be in that truck. A late substitute for Brett Moffitt.
That's got to be a dream come true, doesn't it, Vince? Get an opportunity like this, and now being in this position, does he just push?
Alrighty, overtime number 2. Chastain, Smith, Bailey Curry, Kyle Busch, Austin Hill, Todd Gilliland, John Hunter right behind them.
Ross Chastain on the inside, Zane Smith on the outside.
Kyle Busch is going to go 3 wide. Zane Smith, oh, he blocks Kyle way high. Kyle Busch does not have a problem. He just got the restart of the fucking century. But he's going to run out of steam. John Hunter's got a fucking tire rub. Chastain's got a tire rub. Kyle Busch is coming 3 wide through the middle to 3rd. Yeah, I think Kyle's going to win the race, guys. He got a hell of a run down the back. You got to block the fucking 51, Ross. What are you doing? They're just going to let Kyle Busch drive right around him on the fucking outside and win this race. Yep, Kyle Busch got the lead. White flag. It's over. Chastain didn't even put up a fucking fight. Oh, yeah, Kyle Busch, he's got problems, guys. Something's broke. Something's totally broke on the 51, guys. He's so full of shit. He was just making an excuse just in case he lost.
He thinks that, too.
Wow, they just straight up let Kyle Busch go around the outside. Didn't block him or nothing.
Tomorrow he will celebrate.
Wow. Awesome. Fucking great, guys.
Celebrates the win at Kansas. Kyle Busch.
Oh, something's broken, guys. It's broken. I've got a problem.
And how about Christian Eckes with a top 5 finish?
What a bunch of chokers.
Number 61 for Kyle Busch.
Oh, man. I think his left front brake is fine now. I think it must have loosened up a little bit there.
Literally gifted it right back to him.
5 straight.
Nice.
People today.
Oh, wow. I don't know what to say about that one. That was like the most pathetic fucking late race restart I've ever seen by a front row in a race ever. Not tonight, DFS. I'm too tired. I streamed twice today. God, they just fucking gave that shit. And I told you nothing was wrong with that truck. He was just making excuses. It's like, if I don't win this race, my left front brake was like dragging and there was like a transmission problem and I couldn't get going on those short. Yeah, sure, Kyle. Fuck you. Fucking liar. I mean, really. Oh, God, something's broke. Something's broke. Good Lord. I don't have the words to describe what happened there with those two, with Ross Chastain. Zane Smith is one thing. Kyle put Zane Smith 3 wide, fucked him up, got the restart of the century. Kyle still totally lost his momentum in the middle of 1 and 2. He should not have been in contention, but I don't know what the fuck Ross Chastain was doing. I know he had a tire rub, but he just completely fucking whiffed on the exit of 2, and that set up the remaining lap and a half after that. I don't even have the fucking words for how stupid that was. Hailie Deegan doesn't even get her top 10 either. I think she ended up 13th. Hailie Deegan finished 13th. Yeah, Michael, that was brutal. That was bullshit. If I was you, I'd be mad as fuck. Oh, guys, my transmission's starting to act up. Oh, well, if I lose, at least I have an excuse. Yeah, if it wasn't for fucking Stewart Friesen's stupid ass, that would have never happened to begin with. Chastain had the race won on the previous overtime, and Stewart Friesen can't fucking keep his truck in a straight line. And then I don't know how to explain what the fuck Chastain was doing on that fucking restart.
The final restart, Kyle Busch from the second row.
Zane Smith had the right idea. He blocked Kyle Busch like hell, but just got put in the middle, sent to the back. And then look at this in turn 2. What the fuck happens to Ross Chastain here? He didn't have a tire go down. He had a tire rub, and his truck just took off straight towards the wall. And that set up Kyle Busch to get gifted a fucking win.
Well, Kyle Busch already out of his truck, took the bow.
Oh, man, that transmission problem. Oh.
61 wins for you now in your Truck Series career, Kyle. The second to last restart didn't go so well. The last restart, though, quite a bit better.
No restarts actually went our way tonight. I was shocked.
Nah, he didn't get a good restart that last time. Ross Chastain just fucking gave the race away.
Just would not go. You know, it just slow. And those guys would just swarm us. I mean, I think we saw it on one of the restarts.
That was just such a fucking waste of time.
All in all, though, great job by KBM, everybody at Toyota, TRD. This Cessna Beechcraft Tundra was awesome tonight. It's so cool to win here in front of Cessna's hometown. They're from Wichita, not far away, so this was really, really cool. I'm sure there's some Cessna folks up in the grandstands tonight cheering us on, so we're appreciative of them and, you know, Rowdy Energy and everybody that helps us get here.
Kyle Busch is falling off so bad he has to be gifted truck wins because he can't win a cup race anymore.
Tomorrow, so he better bring home a win like I brought home a win. So hopefully he can do it. Hopefully we can do it. And, you know, just want to say hi to the family back home.
Kyle Busch, your winner at Kansas.
Hey, Ross, what the fuck happened going to turn 2? Don't interview Austin Hill. I want to hear from Ross Chastain.
You thought you had it. You were wide open going for it. What could you have done any different?
I don't know. Our Guma Toyota Tundra was really good tonight. We still needed to work on it, make it a little bit better, but I thought I did everything right on that restart.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Saw Chastain go up to...
This was not even worth it. It was such a waste of time.
From then on, it was a drag race. I was wide open, the whole green-white checkered, and man, I just...
Did you guys not even look to see Kyle Busch passing both of you? You didn't even try to crowd him or anything? Yeah, Austin Hill just said what I was saying. Why didn't he move up and fucking like try to slow Kyle down? I know their spotter was probably saying 51's coming. He's outside. He's there. Hell, Zane Smith tried to on the restart. But Ross just fucking held his line and got fucking smoked. After he choked in turn 2 on the fucking first lap after the restart. Jesus Christ.
I want to win so bad, so it's just really frustrating right
now. Sometimes I understand why so many people don't like Ross Chastain.
Easy, couldn't tell that he had all of those issues going on. I'm going to step right back to Ross Chastain.
Yeah, explain yourself, fucker.
Safe fuel, everything that he was dealing with, just this chance to come out here, go for these race wins. Ross, for you, when we came to the final restart there, what was going through your mind?
I'll just do it again.
How am I going to give this away?
It's progress for everybody at East Motorsports and Circle B Diecast.
Progress will be over there in Victory Lane right now.
And to go heads up with Kyle on a restart and just make those baby steps of just small improvements.
I would bet like $20 on Denny getting a top 5 tomorrow or a win, but yeah, top 5 is almost a sure thing.
It looked like the guys with scuffed tires came with a lot of momentum, and you know, I blocked Todd. I mean, I feel like I had to. He was mad at me, but Austin had a huge run to the inside there, and then Kyle came up top. I didn't lift the last 2 laps, and it was progress. So the final restart doesn't bother me. It's I just feel so lucky and blessed that I get to come do this. Everybody Chip Ganassi Racing. Clover.
Ross, I want to love you, but you make it very difficult.
On the Sunday side of the Cup car, let me come and play without Nice, and somebody that's given me so much in my career, and lets me come have fun and do this on Saturday nights.
I like that word you used, progress. It was a great race, finishing second, guys.
Yep, he won here in 2019, second tonight, but a big step forward for Nice Motorsports. And,
Are you not entertained?
Bailey Curry with a strong run tonight as well, ended up 12th.
That's so fucking infuriating. It's not that Kyle Busch won, it's how this fucking idiot gave the fucking race away. Like, these fucking truck guys and Xfinity guys are all the fucking same. They will bend over backwards to fucking hand a race to a Cup guy. It doesn't even have to be Kyle Busch. It could be fucking Logano, Keselowski, Harvick, Truex, Hamlin. It doesn't fucking matter. They will bend over backwards to make it as easy as fucking possible for those Cup guys to win. Anyway, I'm getting off here. Thank you, fuck you, bye. I'm kidding. I'm not Jim Cornette. I'm not going to hit you with the thank you, fuck you, bye. But I'll see y'all tomorrow around 3:30. I don't know how I'm going to sleep this one off. Good night, everybody.